My name is Robert Orina. I'm the Deputy Director Compliance from NEMA, that's headquarter. With me, I have officers from headquarter and the county, and also we are coming with the Department of Mines and Geology. So today is a follow-up exercise on the discussions had with the community through the radio station, Citizen radio station, where I heard for the first time the complaints about the community were saying this development which is taking place around this place, Nyamonema area, and it was affecting their houses and structures. So when I heard that, I asked our officers on the ground to constitute a task force which comprised the Department of Mines and Geology and the Occupational Health and Safety and NEMA, who came on the ground and conducted investigations, and they have come up with a report on what the findings were and the recommendations. So mine is basically was following up on the report I received and verify some few issues and have discussions, especially on the recommendations that they made, so that we can conclude this thing once for all and come up with something that we can communicate to the community. But the key issues which they noted in the report is that they were saying there are some structures which of course had cracks. We have seen some few cracks here and there in the school and some houses. But as you know, cracks come from various sources, and which quarrying is also part of the sources. And we are not in a position to conclude that those cracks are associated with the quarrying. So one of the recommendations we made is that we are written to the civil engineers in Kisii County to come and verify those cracks. Some of the cracks, of course, from the fiscal or layman perspective, they are not as deep to be associated with the lockdown. But again, we don't want to conclude because the public wants to know what is the cause of these cracks and whether it's just a normal machinery work or it's caused by the activities down there. So we are going to establish that once we get the report from the civil engineers. The other issues I think we noted is that there's no good communication between the proponents of the company and the residents here, because they were raising issues about this project, how it started. And I've already explained that such a project, when it starts, the first line of action is to carry out the environmental impact assessment. And that's where NEMA comes in. Once that is done, then we process it and either issue alliances or reject it. And one of the key principles we look at is the public participation. Any report must have a public participation. The members have said that some of them were not consulted. And one thing I've told them is that the first thing is to see the report, because the people who participated, they are there in and they signed. So once they have seen the people, then that's the time they will say that either these people are not our people, or we think it was skewed in one way or another. So the report is going to be available to the community to see and then give their comments. But one thing I told them, this project here started in 2017. Before EIN license is issued, it's a period of time. And the moment the people come to start the project, the neighbors there, if they feel that they were not consulted, they need to present a petition before we give a license, so that that petition is considered vis-a-vis the license requirement or issuance. In failure to do that, once NEMA is satisfied, it goes ahead and they issue the license. But that's not the end of the whole process. If the community feels that they are not satisfied with that, then they have another, the law has provided another route, which is the National Environment Tribunal, they can move the National Environment Tribunal. This is a court process which was created by MCA, and it's an easy process because you don't pay, you just move in and launch your frame, and then the net is supposed to investigate, and it can overturn a license if it finds that there are some procedures which were not followed. So again, that process, according maybe to what the facts have had, I've not heard whether they have gone through that process. And in case even the net does not satisfy them, then they move to the High Court. So that process is very clear. The other issue I've told them, in case they look at the report and find that the information therein is misleading, and is so substantially misleading that inform NEMA to issue a license, they can bring it forward. And if it's ascertained, confirmed, then the amended MCA 2015 allows the Director General to revoke the license on some emerging information that has come that was not there initially. So again, there is that process. But so far, we have not reached there. We are looking at the issues. Once we conclude the report and have a clear way forward on the issues, then we are going to communicate with the members here and everybody concerned. So in terms of, again, that communication, I'm urging the community leaders here, because again, this is not the only project. I've also told them projects will come and go. They must make sure that they are participants from the word go, because environment gives you a right to a clean and healthy environment, but it bestows upon you the responsibility to safeguard that environment. So they are right in their own way to safeguard the environment, but they must also be sure that whenever they are seeing any project and development going on, they participate from the word go, so that we do not have a acrimonious way of dealing with issues. So basically, that's what I want to inform you. And any other social issues I have heard you raising, those ones have not been brought to my attention, but I heard them in the discussions when we were having these discussions, or people were commenting on the media live show. And of course, you see, when people are live, they can talk anything. That time they were talking, people died, 2 people died. Of course, I've confirmed 2 people died. NEMA also came that time, but those people died outside the project area. So that has been confirmed that it's because of, you've seen around, there's a lot of other quarrying or breaking of stones that is going on. So that accident happened actually outside the other issues that probably are within your knowledge, those ones have not been brought. And sometimes, again, some of the issues you are raising, they need technicians to confirm that. Because as an environmentalist, I cannot, for example, confirm whether somebody has what do you call it?
Miscarried.
A